Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the analysis of YOLENO TV. I hope you're well from wherever you're watching this channel. Now, Kipchumba Murkomen was confronted by a bold Narok OCS who lectured him about politicians' interference on issues, matters, NPS transfers. This is something that has been going on and on for some time. And there's a time the former IG, Japhet Koome, weighed in on this issue of transfers initiated by politicians. Politicians use the transfer threat to silence certain police. So I'd like you to listen to this video from a Narok OCS who confronted Kipchumba Murkomen. But first and foremost, before you do that, don't forget to like this video and don't forget to subscribe to this channel if you had not subscribed before. And to our existing subscribers, thank you so much for your support. So I'd like you to listen to what the Narok OCS told Kipchumba Murkomen. By the way, this was a Jukwaa la Usalama county tour. So this is what the OCS said.
I would like to mention some of the things that made me talk about political interference. Political interference means and includes like other political leaders initiating transfers, of which we are supposed to see why are these people initiating transfers. Na sisi tuko independent. Sometimes it's okay for them to do that, maybe because of one or two. Lakini saa zingine unapata wanasiasa, and I'm sorry to say, some, not all of them. I'm sorry to say, kitu kimefanyika mahali, and before it's even investigated, we just hear transfer all of these people. Sir, we as officers, hata sisi ni binadamu. When you are ambushed, umeambiwa with immediate effect. Mimi tuseme niko na familia mahali naishi, umeambiwa with immediate effect, umepeleka mtoto shule, saa hiyo na imekuja moto, so you have to move. Sir, our children also need to settle. They need to catch up with the other children. They are not children of lesser parents. So sir, as much as it is initiated, we kindly request that iangaliwe. And on the same political interference, our working sometimes becomes so hard, because you can arrest somebody na uwasikia simu imetoka juu, imetoka kwa mheshimiwa fulani, so you are not supposed to take that person to court. Kesho anarudia the same mistake, and sisi tena bado tunalaumiwa kuwa we are not doing what we are supposed to do. So sir, kindly, I would wish that is taken care of.
Now, this is something that has been going on, and lately there was a case of Samido. Samido is a political officer in the National Police Service. There was a time there was an allegation that he would be transferred. In fact, there was a document that surfaced that Samido had been transferred. Why? Because Samido was accused to have absconded duty. Now that happened when Samido, first of all, after that meeting with Kithure Kindiki, in a music session, decided to be involved in the one-time chants. Then what followed is that he was transferred, but then again we were confronted with another reality that Samido had gone to the US. So now when Samido went to the US, there was an allegation that he was going to be suspended, terminated. Those kind of things came on board. But Samido, I think, is still part of the force. But let's get back to what the OCS told Murkomen. And this was confirmed by IG Koome sometimes back. Japhet Koome sometimes back warned politicians, threatened to transfer and dismiss police officers. Remember, the reality here is that anytime a police officer is found to be supporting the opposition faction, that officer will be transferred. I mean, we have seen these cases happen. I mean, they take place, and the recent one is the issue of Kop Shakur. You know, Kop Shakur also faced a similar predicament. He was again allegedly transferred, but again he rejected that transfer and said that if anybody is to be transferred, then it should be the CS son or the IG son. You know, he made such kind of remarks which were not respectful, but again, that is what he said. So what is happening, ladies and gentlemen, is that the police are looking at this matter and as an unfair way of being targeted. Because honestly speaking, a police pia ana bibi ama ana bwana, ana watoto watasoma mahali, anataka pia ikifika jioni akae na familia yake, angalie homework, angalie wamenendeleaje, ikiwa na watoto ndogo ikoaje, at least asikize stories za watoto, alafu again you know those parenthood things, yeah? So afanye zote hizo. But if at all it comes a situation whereby mwezi huu uko hapa, ukionekana kidogo umetetea nio, mwezi kule uko Turkana, mwezi huu uko hivi, that creates an unfair situation whereby most police women find themselves in polygamy families, or most police men find that they are forced to have second wives, if at all the wife is a police. So I think I agree with the OCS concern. This can take place. So this was being targeted on MURKOMEN. I think this message was just directly delivered to MURKOMEN, because who can initiate a transfer? Let's be honest. Maybe a PS can force a transfer. Of course, cabinet secretary can force a transfer, but a member of parliament, I don't know that member of parliament can force a transfer. No, I think it's the CS, PS, the president, and then probably some senior people in the state house. They can influence. They can influence a transfer. So I think the warning is being shared to those people. You know, don't transfer us anyhow. So just go below in the comment section and tell us what to think about this latest development from the statement from the Narok OCS.
The CS Interior, Honorable Onesmus Kipchumba Murkomen, Her Excellency the Governor, our Regional Commander, all protocols properly observed. My name is James Tendet Kesham, and I'm currently the OCS at Likia Police Station. Now, mine will be very much brief. I will be tackling on the legal perspective in terms of training, first of all. I remember very well that one commissioner of police by then, Major General Hussein Ali, said that for any law enforcement agency to remain proactively responsible to the dynamic challenges of politics and its social environment, then the need for continuous training should not be overemphasized. And therefore, ile majabu mingi huwa mnaona za singine, it is because of lack of training. We are actually, it is a very humble submission that these regional training centers like this one we are sitting here, to be adequately funded so that it conducts training always. Hata saizi tungekuwa hapa tuko na wanafunzi, so that at least we benefit or we make our capacity in handling dynamic situation in a better manner when we respond to public demand. Secondly, Article 244 of the Constitution, that is Chapter 14 of National Security Organs. One of the objects and functions of the National Police Service is to train staff to the highest possible professional standards so that we respect human rights and guarantee freedoms which has been enshrined in Chapter 4 of the Bill of Rights of the Constitution. And therefore, training forms a major component of an effective police officer. I humbly submit that the office of the IG and the DIG be adequately be funded in order for matters of training to form part of a better police officer. When you go, Your Honor, sir, and look about the 5 major reports which I've been looking, that is the Kriegler report, the Waki report, the Philip Alston report, and the implementation matrix report, all of them have been talking about training. Therefore, it is very much clear that if we lack this aspect of training, then we are not going to be effective and efficient police officers. My second point, and which will be the last one, is on welfare. The general welfare here is as enshrined under Chapter 66 of the Service Standing Orders for my fellow police officers. Now, officers living outside the station, most of them feel threatened because their families are residing outside there. And furthermore, in terms of police station management under Chapter 56 of the same Service Standing Orders, it says this police station should be a center for administrative and command functions and also to provide room for operational creativity. Now, it is in my humble submission that the 3 key people, the OCS, the deputy OCS, and the sergeant in charge armory to be housed at the station for effective management.
So perhaps if you're watching this video and you have not subscribed, take 1 second and subscribe, like this video. Till you catch up again, stay safe and stay blessed.